Welcome back to Resistance Chicks. We are your hosts, Leah and Michelle. Today is May 24th, 2017. We are bringing you a series, or I think maybe just two stories, not different stories, but segments on Seth Rich, because this is such a bomb explosion of stuff that is happening right now. And like Leah talked about in our previous segment, if you haven't seen that, maybe go watch that first. Like Caitlin Johnstone's article says, pretty much like the whole world is hinging. Why is this important? The cover-up of Seth Rich's death. They're trying to cover up more than just the death of a DNC staffer.
They're trying to make if he was the leak,
right,
then Russia's out.
Right.
Russia's out.
They're trying to put us at nuclear war with Russia. If Seth Rich is the leak, then Russia is not in the picture, and we don't have reason to go to war with them, and that ruins their entire plan.
Everything we hear is Russia, Russia. Now, this particular post, anonymous post on Reddit, now I can't prove that this is true, but the medical language in it seems to be that this isn't something that somebody could have just made up. Now, this was the attending physician for Seth Rich.
And this was sent out a week ago on the 17th.
Fourth-year surgery resident here who rotated at the Washington Hospital Center last year. It won't be hard to identify me, but I feel that I shouldn't stay silent. Seth Rich was shot twice, with 3 total gunshot wounds, entry and exit, and entry. He was taken to the OR emergency where we performed an X-lap and found a small injury to segment 3 of the liver, which was packed with several small bowel injuries, pretty common for gunshots to the back, exiting the abdomen, which we resected. 12 centimeters of bowel and left him in discontinuity. Didn't hook everything.
Discontinuity.
Well,
I guess you could say it either way.
Okay. Didn't hook everything back up with the intent of performing a washout in the morning. Now, see, when I read this, I'm like, I don't think somebody could make this up.
Well, I mean, they could, but would they?
I think it's too intense, like
right.
you'd have to be a doctor.
You actually would have to be a doctor to come up with it, sure.
Exactly. He did not have any major vascular injuries otherwise. I've seen dozens of worse cases than this which survived, and nothing about his injury suggested to me that he sustained a fatal wound. In the meantime, he was transferred to the ICU and transfused 2 units of blood when his post-surgery crit came back, negative 20. See, I don't even know what that means.
Creatinine. Maybe. Probably.
He was stable and not on any pressors, and it seemed pretty routine. About 8 hours after he arrived, we were sworn by LEOs, and pretty much everyone except the attending and a few nurses was kicked out of the ICU, disallowing visiting hours, normally every odd hour, 1 a.m., 3 a.m., etc. It is not something we do routinely. It was weird as heck. At turnover that morning, we were instructed not to round on the VIP that came in last night. That's exactly what the attending said. And no one except for me and another resident had any idea who he was talking about. No one was allowed to see Seth except for my attending when he died. No code was called. I rounded on patients literally next door, but was physically blocked from checking in on him. I've never seen anything like it before, and while I can't say 100% that he was allowed to die, I don't understand why he was treated that way. Take it how you may. Poll, I'm just one low-level doc. Something's fishy, though, that's for sure.
Right.
Whoa. I thought you'd have a bigger reaction than that.
I do. I guess I'm just so frustrated because I feel like I've heard it so many times. If that's not 100% confirmed, if it's
right.
not on mainstream media, I'm not believing it.
Right.
Okay? So chuck that all together. Like Leah and I are saying, we can't confirm it either. You just have to use your gut on this. What does your gut tell you? And your gut's probably telling you the same thing that it's telling us.
There's
that is real.
Too much when you read this through. There's too much that you couldn't make this up.
But it fits the narrative of truth that we have already uncovered.
Right.
It fits like a puzzle piece. Yes, that goes with everything else that's already been uncovered.
Because we do know for a fact that he was taken alive. We do know for a fact that he did speak.
And we do know for a fact that they had cameras on the cops.
Right.
And that footage has not been released, which
right.
makes zero sense. If you don't have anything to hide, then release the footage.
And how would he be, the question I want to know is why would he be a VIP? He's
right.
a low-level DNC. Nobody knows who this kid is.
Yeah, anybody that works for the DNC or Conservative Party, whatever. Like, seriously, you're not being treated as a VIP when you go into the hospital for being shot.
Exactly. No.
You're not that special.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. The thunder is rolling. I'm right about this. The whole house is shaking.
This is real.
God is very upset.
This is, and I was thinking about it today, and I was like, whoa, what kind of world, what kind of time are we living in? Not like what world everybody knows we live in a bad world. But the time that we're living in, when internet sleuths are piecing together a murder that people are trying to cover up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier,
what if he had the internet during O.J. Simpson? He would have been found guilty.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? That whole glove thing, it would have been all tweeted out. Oh, the glove, look, it doesn't even fit my hand.
Exactly. You guys, you're going to have to make your own call on this one. I think we should wrap up this segment. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I think that might be it. That was the comment that I would think that whole comment covers it all. Like that Reddit comment, really, I couldn't believe it. And then there was another piece of information. The manager of the bar where Rich was last seen before his death said police never contacted the bar to just get some footage and see what was going on.
Right.
Like they didn't want...
Maybe there was a fight. Like they said it's a robbery. Nobody took anything. Why, if he has been to a bar prior to being shot, would you not go back to the bar to ask questions and see if he had a disagreement with somebody?
So his girlfriend, Seth Rich's girlfriend, told the news that she thought he was murdered out of anger. The D.C. police chief at the time was known for hobnobbing with the Clinton campaign and the DNC officials. This is super, super, super deep state. WikiLeaks and then all but admits that Rich is the leaker. We showed you that before, and then they're shutting down the coverage. And then, you know, there's an article that ties into this, and this just came out that Debbie Wasserman Schultz, we all know who she is, the one who really orchestrated this for Hillary Clinton, threatened the Capitol
Police chief.
It says that Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz recently used her position as a member of the House subcommittee that sets the U.S. Capitol Police budget to threaten the police chief regarding an investigation into her own staff. During the May 18th House Appropriations Legislation Branch Subcommittee hearing, a visibly annoyed Wasserman Schultz said there will be consequences when Police Chief Matthew R. Verderosa said he could not return her laptop that had been used by a Pakistani staffer currently under criminal investigation. Now, this is its own story that I'm not really going to go too much into, but I want you to know that she has a history of controlling things, controlling people,
right,
and blackmailing. Via the Daily Caller, my understanding is that the Capitol Police is not able to confiscate members' equipment when the member is not under investigation, Wasserman Schultz said in the annual police budget hearing of the House Committee on Appropriations. The
police chief says, we can't return the equipment.
I think you're violating the rules when you conduct your business that way, and you should expect that there will be consequences.
But they already explained why they couldn't return it, because they suspected that it had been used by somebody that was under criminal investigation.
And that's a whole other story. You've got these 3 dudes like blackmailing people, and that's another story. A Pakistani guys, so brothers and stuff like that. So anyways, we're going to sign off here. This is Seth Rich. Justice for Seth.
Yes.
Tweet this out. Keep bringing information.
Right.
Sending us your stuff. We'll bring it to light.
Exactly. All right, you guys, this is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it is not just a conspiracy theory if it's actually the truth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring that little bell for notifications so you get an email every time we put out a new video. And find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We love you. God loves you. And God bless.
I was cold all alone. No place for